A boy named Futaro is about to be married to a beautiful woman with red hair. Suddenly, he starts thinking about the story of how he met her. Futaro is a high school student who does really well in his studies, unlike most anime high schoolers. However, you see, Futaro and his family are very poor and in debt, so to save money, Futaro eats very little at school. The dude literally orders a barbecue beef combo without the beef, just the rice. One day, a girl, Itsuki Nakano, accidentally sits at the same table Futaro is in. My dude probably does not know how to interact with this strange new species, so he just studies while eating. Itsuki's shocked to see that Futaro got full 100 marks in their recent tests, so she asks him to help her study, but he just ignores her. Suddenly, Futaro's sister Reiha calls him to say that a rich family needs a tutor for their daughter and they're willing to pay 5 times the normal price. Futaro's family needs the money to clear their debt. Reiha says that the rich family's daughter just transferred to his high school and it turns out to be, you guessed it, Itsuki, the girl from the cafeteria. So Futaro tries to talk to her, but she just ignores him for ignoring her earlier. That evening, he goes to Itsuki's apartment to tutor her. Itsuki tries to send him away, but Futaro reveals that he's her tutor. To call her shocked would be an understatement. She falls to the ground like it was her last day to live. Just then, 4 other girls from their high school also come up. As it turns out, they're all sisters. Quintuplets, in fact. All identical. Futaro is getting 5 times the price because he'll be tutoring 5 girls at once. However, all the girls go to their rooms. So the long-ribboned one, Yotsuba, tries to help Futaro gain the others' trust. But Itsuki's still upset with him about yesterday. The headphones girl, Miku, is cold and antisocial by nature. The short-haired girl, Ichika, is more of a party animal. And finally, the butterfly ribbon girl, Nino, is more interested in cooking than studying. None of them sits down and studies with Futaro. Instead, Nino puts a sleeping pill in his water and sends him back. Itsuki drops him off and tells him that they don't need him. Just then, his sister Reiha arrives and invites Itsuki to dinner. She makes cute anime eyes and that hits Itsuki right in the heart. During dinner, Itsuki finds out that Futaro's family is in lots of debt. Seeing his situation, Itsuki allows him to tutor them. Back to the future, we see that Futaro's wife is actually one of the quintuplet sisters. But which one? After all, they all have the same face and red hair. Nino still thinks that they don't need a tutor, so Futaro challenges them all to solve a question paper. Whoever passes, he will never bother them again. All 5 girls take the challenge, and they all score 100, but combined. Well, these girls are all bad students, and Futaro will have to work extra hard to save them from failing. But they're also scared of studying and they all run away every time they meet him. Later, Futaro sees Miku's wallpaper and realizes that she has a fascination for Sengoku period warlords, which is quite different from other girls who like K-pop boys. She seems to know all the facts about Japanese history. Futaro plans to use her fascination to get her to study other subjects as well. However, she tests his knowledge and he fails to answer correctly. Futaro gets offended and he reads every single history book from the library. Then he challenges Miku to a trivia contest, but she just runs away from him. So he chases her all over the school while exchanging history questions back and forth. They go on like this for the entire day. Finally, Miku gives up and admits that Futaro has enough knowledge to help her. Futaro goes to their apartment again, but Nino says that her basketball team needs 1 player, so Yotsuba goes to help them. Then, Nino reminds Ichika that she has to get to her job on time, so she's gone too. She advises Itsuki to study in a quiet place, so she goes away too, but she can't seem to send Miku away. Later, Futaro is leaving, but he forgets his flashcards, so he goes back. He runs into Nino, who just came out of the shower, but her eyesight is really bad and she isn't wearing her contact lens, so she thinks that he's Miku. Suddenly, some books almost fall on Nino, so he saves her, but they're caught in an awkward situation and Itsuki quickly takes their picture. Nino claims that Futaro is a creep and a pervert who tried to take advantage of her. He just might lose his tutoring job, but Itsuki realizes that some books were about to fall on Nino and he saved her. Nino gets angry and leaves the apartment. Futaro is about to leave, but he sees Nino sulking outside, so Futaro decides to stay with her, but she still confirms that she will never accept him. Girl, you're in a shoujo anime. You'll accept him soon enough. One day, Futaro and Itsuki take Reiha to an arcade because she has never been to one. Futaro says that Reiha has not experienced a lot of things in life because of their financial situation, and he wants to change that. Suddenly, they run into the rest of the sisters and they go to see the fireworks. Futaro doesn't understand why the girls are so excited, so Miku explains that they always used to see the fireworks with their mother, even after she passed away. Suddenly, the announcement says that fireworks are about to start. The crowd starts moving and Nino falls down, but Futaro saves her from falling. In confusion, the girls split up and only Futaro and Nino reach the top of the building to watch the fireworks. She tries to call everyone, but the network is down right at the perfect moment. Since the fireworks are important for the girls, Futaro goes to gather them all. He finds Ichika, but suddenly, a suspicious-looking man stops him and takes her away. Then he finds Miku, but she's injured because someone stepped on her foot. He bandages her and then tells her about Ichika. Miku also says that she has seen her get out of a mustached man's car. Suddenly, Ichika arrives out of nowhere and takes Futaro to a secret alley. Suddenly, the man also arrives there, so she hugs Futaro to hide from him. She reveals that the man is a movie cameraman and she's working as an actress. She enjoys acting and that is all that she wants to do. Suddenly, the man spots Miku and takes her away, thinking that she's Ichika. So Futaro goes after him and stops them. The man takes Ichika away because she has an audition to get to right now. Futaro is shocked that she's ditching the fireworks show with her sisters. Miku asks him to go after her. He finds her just as the other man goes to get the car. Ichika says that she has been doing little acting gigs every now and then, and now she might possibly get a role in a big movie, but she has to get to the audition. She was afraid of telling her sisters until she actually got a good role. Futaro only asks her to not smile fakely. She goes and does a good job on her work. When she returns, he takes Ichika to the others who are waiting for her with little fireworks. Reiha is also there, sleeping in the bench for now. Since they missed their annual tradition, Futaro brought them all here. They all enjoy the fireworks as sisters. Ichika also tells her sisters about her secret acting job. Soon the midterms arrive, which will begin in 1 week. The girls' father, Dr. Nakano, calls Futaro to say that if any of the girls fail their midterms, then he will be fired. Time is against Futaro and the girl's stubbornness is not helping. He desperately asks Itsuki to study with him, but she still won't accept his help because of how rudely he turned her down when they first met. He yells out that she's a spoiled brat and that makes their relationship even worse. Futaro can't reveal what Dr. Nakano told him because Nino would try to sabotage his job. That night, Ichika asks him to stay the night to help him study. As he's having a bath, Tsuki comes outside the bathroom and he takes the opportunity to apologize and tell her what Dr. Nakano told him. But turns out, it's actually not Itsuki but Nino, and now she knows. So Nino stops studying completely. So Futaro teaches the girls loudly, hoping that Nino will pick things up indirectly. Later, Ichika says she knows that something happened between him and Itsuki, but they should learn to make it better. Futaro thanks her and pats her head, which causes her to blush. That night, Miku allows Futaro to sleep in her room while she bunks with Ichika, but at night, she sneaks back in and sleeps next to him. Futaro wakes up in pure shock, and the worst thing is, he doesn't know which sister this is, something Chandler from Friends would understand. When he finally finds out it was Miku, he pretends not to know what happened, saying that he couldn't get used to her bed so he slept in the living room. Futaro carefully teaches them all week. Soon, the exam day arrives, and they're all late, by 3 minutes. But thankfully, Yotsuba has already entered because she's so fast, so they all wear a green ribbon and pretend to be Yotsuba, saying that they went out for some work. All 4 girls get in, but the same tactic does not work for Futaro. I wonder why. It's because of the pants, dude. The girls do their best in the exam, even Nino, because she indirectly learned from listening. To get the results, all the girls passed, only 1 subject each. The marks are much better than the previous scores, but they still failed. Dr. Nakano calls him and Futaro tells him about their failures and gracefully resigns. But Nino stops him and takes the phone, pointing out that none of the girls failed all 5 subjects, which has happened for the first time ever. So Dr. Nakano allows Futaro to continue teaching them. Futaro is still concerned about how to teach the girls better. His dad reminds him that he was also a bad student when he was young. It all changed when he met a girl and he decided to become better. That girl from his past also had red hair. One day, Futaro is helping Nino get a piercing when he accidentally drops his student handbook. Inside, they see a picture of a very young Futaro when he was a very bad boy, the type that girls think they can change. Nino does not recognize that it's him, and she says that the boy in the picture is her type. When she asks who the boy in the picture is, Futaro just says that it's his cousin. Then she takes her childhood album and shows it to the rest of the girls. Futaro also reveals the other half of the picture. And here we see that Futaro's first love is actually one of the quintuplet sisters. But he does not know that, and neither do the girls. One day, Ichika has to run away on a shoot, so she asks Miku to take her place in class, so Miku puts on a short wig. A boy from Ichika's class asks her to dance in the campfire dance at their upcoming school camp. Miku does not have an answer, so Futaro tries to save her. Miku quickly says that she has promised to dance with Futaro. As further proof, Miku pretending to be Ichika holds his hand. When he goes home, he finds Reiha down with a fever, so he takes care of her all night. Next day, Futaro misses the bus for the school camp, but he does not care. Reiha also wakes up fine and well. Also, the girls come to pick him up in their car. They stop at an inn where Futaro finds a good luck charm that Reiha made for him, which quickly lifts up his mood. Meanwhile, Miku asks Ichika to dance with Futaro as she accepted while wearing her wig. Then they have a nice little hot water bath. Soon, the school camp goes ahead. At night, Futaro and Yotsuba put up a haunted forest act for the other students. They scare Nino, who runs away and gets lost. Thankfully, Futaro finds her. Since he's wearing a blonde wig, she does not recognize him and thinks that it's his blonde cousin from the photo. She becomes shy in front of him, which is different from how she usually is with Futaro. As they look for a way out, Nino falls down a cliff and Futaro saves her, but he also almost falls. So they use Reiha's good luck charm to save each other. He gives the bracelet to Nino and she asks him to dance with her in the campfire dance. Legend says that the couple that dances together until the end of the fire are destined to be together. She also puts a cute band-aid on his bruise. Elsewhere, Chika realizes that Miku wants to dance with Futaro and fulfill the legend of the destined lovers. Later, Ichika goes to help Futaro move the logs for the campfire. Futaro tells her that he won't be able to dance with her at the campfire. Suddenly, Ichika starts crying. Just then, the other students, including Yotsuba, close the doors on them and run away. Ichika blushes since she's all alone with Futaro. They're locked in, so he builds a fire. Ichika admits to him that she might leave school to pursue her acting career. Suddenly, the log falls on top of Ichika, so he saves her rather romantically. The log also breaks the door and sprinklers pour water over them. Itsuki and Miko arrive at the location and scold them for being wet with each other. Miko starts feeling sad about possibly losing Futaro to Ichika. Meanwhile, Ichika asks Itsuki not to be so hard on Futaro and to get along. Then they all go skiing. Miko is still feeling sad, so Futaro tries to explain things to her. However, she avoids him. Suddenly, Futaro's band-aid falls and Nino thinks that his blonde cousin is here. She starts coming after him, so Futaro hides in an igloo. Turns out, Miku is already hiding there. They talk tenderly and exchange words of encouragement. Suddenly, Futaro starts catching a fever. He also realizes that Ichika is actually Itsuki because she used his formal name instead of his first name. So he takes her on one of the skiing lines and removes her hood, revealing Itsuki's long hair. Turns out, she did this to get to know him better. Futaro suddenly gets sick, so they all take him to the infirmary. Futaro takes this chance to tell Nino that his cousin, the blonde dude, had to leave suddenly, so he can't dance with her. Nino is still dejected about that. That night, Miko tells Ichika that she's done being passive. She finally admits that she likes Futaro and will do her best to win his heart. Ichika is glad that Miko is finally taking a step forward. That night, Itsuki sneaks into the infirmary to see how Futaro is doing. When she's about to turn on the lights, all the other sisters are also there, apparently. While everyone else is finishing the campfire dance outside, the sisters spend time with Futaro inside. The legend of the campfire says that whoever holds hands at the end of the dance together will be destined to be together. Going back to the future, we see Futaro on the wedding day. In this beautiful ceremony, he marries. I really can't say. They still haven't revealed whom he marries. You see, all 5 girls held his hand at the end of the campfire. The suspense is killing me. It better be Miku. Where's the second season? I need a second season. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.